might be offended. But to be fair, he hates Mexicans. All he does is talk shit on us. So this is payback.
All right.
His favorite part about the movie with Machete was how much they made fun of Mexicans.
Great.
I know. It's a good movie, though. Anyways,
on topic. When girls, they hit you up first, they message you, whatever it is, I don't care what it is, Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, whatever you're on, is that they hit you up first, okay, you play casual, you're like, oh, hey, I'm going to hit this girl up. But then you reply to them out of nowhere because they stop replying. Obviously, I'm not the type, unless a few guys are, that bothers them, like, hey, what happened? Why didn't you text back? I'm not like that.
I wouldn't say I'm like that either, just because... I would hate it happening. Because I do it to girls. Sometimes I don't write. Really? Sometimes I don't text back, so I don't like them doing it
twice.
See, this guy sends a message twice. I really don't do that. I just leave it alone. But you know what? I wait another day and I'll text him back. And you know what? I text him back and they don't reply back. Now that upsets me. Like I don't care if you're talking to another guy. I don't care if you don't want to talk to me. But be blunt about it. Be straight up. Be like, hey, I'm busy.
I have something to do.
Or hey, I'm talking to somebody. Can you I'll text you later.
I don't
give me I don't want to take I don't want to take the hint. Like nowadays, it's like it feels like it lost it. They lost it.
You can tone it down a bit. We can parents sleeping upstairs.
It's just that.
My mom just had surgery. You want to be a little quiet. She's sleeping.
Just don't get it sometimes.
I don't get it either. What are you gonna do?
Fucking not.
You really don't know what you can do. I have some familiar ground with this topic. I wouldn't say that I completely. I would say it's just kind of upsetting when you don't get any text back. But I think that's why I kind of stay away from texting, because I feel like with a phone, if they don't say anything back or they hang up, it's a little more something it's easier to call back and say, hey, what the fuck.
Yeah.
But with a text, you can't really do anything because they could just straight up lie to you and say, I didn't get your text or I didn't get your message. Yeah, unless you have Verizon and they have Verizon. It's like, bullshit, you did.
Bullshit,
it says right here.
No, it's
What the fuck is
Verizon.
Carlos Mencia lost weight? Sorry again. That'll be the last time we days off like that.
This is a fact. The other day I texted 10 people. They were all girls. And I got literally 3 texts back. I'm not even kidding you.
I'm gonna be nice here. I will say that out of all, I think Lulu is probably the best looking one. So if he gets shut down like that, imagine what me and Memo go through. Yeah.
It sucked.
It sucked.
It really sucked.
It sucks. I mean, if we really need to start working on 6-pack apps to do the work for us, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they didn't write. Let us know. Maybe they didn't write back to you because they couldn't see your SI, your phone. I know, right? Every time you text them, just send them a picture of your car. It's like, oh, that's right.
Yeah, I drove a badass car.
That's a sweet ass whip.
They'll see that like, oh, that's why I'm texting them.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
All right. Well, are you done with that? So we go.
Yeah. Next topic.
All right. I think we're done. I think we're done with that topic. So speaking of talking about whips and stupid names people come up with songs. Lately, we've been talking about what's wrong with hip hop nowadays. So I guess here's a trend that I wanted to start because I think when you hear a podcast from people you don't know, I feel like you need more to bring yourself to it. If Kevin Smith or somebody famous makes a podcast, random people are like, oh, I'm willing to listen to that. I'm willing to listen to famous people bullshit because they're famous. They got something to say. But I feel like when no one really wants to hear people they don't know bullshit kind of much. So I feel like we need some sort of gimmick to bring people back. So I guess we're trying to bring up games or something and stuff that we do each episode. And here's one that I want to do this week called Why I Hate Music, where I'm basically every week I pick a song out of the top 20 Billboard songs and read the lyrics and tell you that America is stupid for liking these songs. Unfortunately, the lyrics are misplaced, so I'll get these back now. But we'll go to the topic before that, which is, you're wondering why we're watching MTV right now. We just finished watching Jersey Shore because I feel like, I much like why America likes stupid music, they like their shitty television. I feel like it's okay to like Jersey Shore if you admit that it's a fucking terrible TV show.
I think half the crowd that watches it doesn't even know that it's that stupid. It's just, they relate to it, so it's like, oh my god, I understand them so much.
Yeah, I party all the time. Doesn't that feel like now we're in the age of partying now? Because I remember back in the day when my brother used to go to high school, it was all about backyard house parties. Now it's all about going to clubs like Club Manatee and what do they have in
if you think about it, people always like to go to clubs, even if it was discos back in the 70s. That was the club of the 70s.
Yeah, I remember watching Adventureland. There's a scene where they go to a club too, so I think it is something that kind of goes on, but I feel like their definition of clubbing has kind of changed over time with us, wouldn't you say?
What can you do? You never know what the club scene is going to be 10 years from now.
Well, that's probably why people like Jersey Shore. Oh, they club. I so relate to them. I'm a douche. I guess it's probably the idea because I think every guy kind of thinks the same. I think in their lifetime, their goal is to have sex with as many women as possible. So I figure when you watch a show where that's all guys do, I figure that's probably why
I don't think
they're
it'll never get old, though, you know? I think that'll always be a topic amongst guys. I think straight guys. You know?
It's like how many.
It's like,
I'm pretty sure
how
even
many
with
girls
gay
have you
guys, are
fucked?
like, how many of you guys have you fucked?
I
I'm
know,
pretty sure
right?
gay people have that
But
conversation.
I'm sure they don't brag about it as much as we do.
I mean, we barely brag about it as it is.
We don't brag about it.
We
That's
don't
the
brag
worst
about
part.
it. We don't brag about it because we get tired of hearing about the same person each time.
Exactly.
Like, are you gonna change this anytime soon?
It feels like as if, though, we have to embrace with what we got, you know? Which
Yeah.
is pretty much nothing.
I would say you're certainly miles ahead of me, but I think it's because you actually go and do your work. You go onto Facebook and hunt down people, and you beat people through people.
You make it seem like it's a fucking...
Pussy search.
Well, pussy search.
They should make that a website.
Pussy search.
Pussy search.
We're gonna claim that. It's gonna be the name of the new Pussy Search Cast. We call on different girls from Craigslist and see if we can fuck. No, but I feel like it's easier for you guys, I guess, because you're out more in an environment where like over half the people I hang up with here are Mormons, so obviously it's not going to work out for me. Because I think that's a goal like guys love more than anything is to break a girl's spirit down that's in the church and to like fuck them. But I feel like if you really want a challenge that you're gonna fail at, try and go for a Mormon girl. They do not break down.
Really?
Yeah, you can't break their spirits down. They are just high on God. But to be fair, though, it was funny. My brother was telling me the other day he went to a Mormon church for his girlfriend's friend's her baby's baptism or something. So him and his girlfriend were there, and they were like watching. He like the first thing he told me is like, "Hey, I went to a Mormon church." The first thing he said after that is, "All the girls there are ugly." And you know what? I can't lie to him. And honestly, I feel like the reason why those girls stick with their religion is because they're ugly. I feel like if they knew they were better looking, they'd start going clubbing and going after guys.
Which is pretty sad.
Yeah, it's because, put it this way, the hottest girls at my church are converts. They're girls who weren't born in the church. They came to us. Like, they came from other religions. Those are, like, the most attractive ones.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a few cute ones, I guess, were born Mormon, but those are, like, their cutest is, like, a basic girl you see in the club's weakest, I say.
Yeah.
You know, like in the Mormon church, I think you're really looking for personality over looks.
I mean, who are we to judge? You know, we're not the greatest looking men on earth.
But we're not Mormons either.
Hey, fuck it.
By the way, I think I'm going to tell a few Mormons from the church about this podcast. See how long they get into it before they quit. It's like I made it to the part where you guys talked about blue dicks, and I tuned out.
Blue dicks,
and neon
almost forgot
cum.
about that fucking topic.
Blue dicks and neon cum.
But anyways, joining us in this podcast
Is
tonight
fucking
is
dude. Well, before we get to him, I wanted to go to the Jersey Shore recap because we got carried away there. We were talking about shitty television, and we'll just to recap. Once Jersey Shore is almost off season, actually, in a couple of episodes. So unfortunately, but I'm probably not going to watch the next season because I've kind of had my fill with it. Because I feel like what I enjoyed the first season about Jersey Shore is like it's all about the world's shittiest people, but bad things happen to them. Like every other episode, they're getting arrested or getting into fights or something like that. Yeah. Now I feel like this episode, they want me to actually invest in these people, like emotionally, like I actually care for them, which I can't do because I hate all of them.
Compassion for them.
I mean, seriously,
I can't do that. I can't. Lulu, if you can see his picture right now, dude who has like a tattoo on his arm that says compassion. I can't give that to them.
Redemption.
Oh, right. We're waiting on the compassion one, but I can't feel compassion for people that are like the biggest pieces of shit. I think someone I heard someone refer to Snooki as nauseating, and she really is.
I agree with that term.
She's fucking nauseating. She really is. Like she has like the ugliest, fakest tan.
That
like
just completely sums it up for her.
It is because it's like.
In a nutshell.
Yeah, because I think she's short, she's annoying, and she has like that fake tan, which is so distracting. Because it's just bronzer she puts on her face, which I always question.
Spray on?
Yeah, I wonder if she does that on her vagina. It's like her vagina is just bronzed up.
I know, right?
I'd like to know that.
I
Like
just
if you have
threw a
sex
little
with her, is your dick brown when you
Yeah.
pull out?
One of the biggest mysteries, you know?
Only Vinny knows.
We gotta talk to Vinny. We gotta get him on.
We gotta get him on the air. I think he's only like.
We're working on that.
I hear like you know how I was telling you about like you can get them to come to your clubs. I think Vinny's the cheapest one. He's like $5,000.
Yeah.
I think we put it and get him on the podcast for about an hour.
I think I can get him in.
We might be able to get Vinny in. If this gains any popularity, send us money. We promise you by the 100th episode we will have Vinny on here.
Well, we will have live performances though. That's for sure.
We
Acoustic
will.
sessions, whatever you want.
Yeah, we'll have it upcoming. Right
Any
now,
kind of recognition.
yeah, ignore the crappy voice quality. We're doing this just off the mic based on the laptop, but we are getting better. We'll get some more mics and a mixer in soon to do the voice better, but for now, bear with us. But we will have musical guests, and we will have Vinny. But this is the Jersey Shore recap, and I guess in today's episode, I guess Angelina got into a fight with the situation, which, who cares? I guess she ended up getting kicked out, and everybody was happy. That was pretty much it. It took an hour to tell us that story. I mean, I think there was a fight at the end, but it kind of pissed me off. It's kind of like when you, because that's the only thing they advertise in the commercials for it. It's kind of like when you see a trailer for like a movie that looks like, oh, that's action-packed, and it's like an hour and a half of dialogue, and there's a 5-minute action scene, and it ends. That's kind of what this episode felt like.
The Twilight movies.
Yeah, Twilight. Hey, you know what? We're gonna save those for another episode. The Twilight movies. We're gonna any cred we build up, we're gonna destroy for that when we talk about Twilight. We'll probably bring Lou along because you actually hate them, so you can be the defender. Yeah, we'll have Dudu back on, and I guess that's happened. I think the two things we want to talk about Jersey Shore is. One of them, none of us like it. We realize the show's terrible. At least we admit it. But we want to talk about what was you write down? The Smash Room. Why did you guys write that down?
The Smash Room.
What is it about the Smash Room that
everybody needs a Smash Room? Whether it be your own house, obviously.
Whether you're a Mormon, Mormons need Smash Rooms the most.
Every household needs a Smash Room. And I think I speak for every guy.
I speak for every.
I mean, that
bishop
should be the
out
new.
there.
That's gonna be the new term that everyone's gonna say. You know,
Yeah,
you're gonna go to your new friend's house.
The greatest thing Jersey Shore gave us was the name Smash Room.
You're gonna come back from a party. You're gonna go to your friend's house, and you're gonna tell them, "Do you have a Smash Room?
Yeah, I need to smash.
I need a Smash." Obviously, he's gonna be like, "Yeah." But if he's caught up with media, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, bro, I got you."
Yeah,
Smash Room.
well, actually,
Smash Room down the hall to the left. You know,
Smash Room. The ones with the letters Giant Smash Room. Pretty soon, in a couple months, I'm going to be moving in with my brother. I'm going to ask him before I move in two things. One, how much? And two, is there a Smash Room?
that should be a question in every household.
Is there a Smash Room? I don't care if you have a baby in this house. I'm smashing.
With respect.
With respect, if the baby's asleep. No, only if the baby's awake, because I don't want to wake him up. I want him to already be awake. So it's not as distracting. The Smash Room is the greatest invention ever.
A good term. Good term.
We'll give those Guidos that.
All right, then. So what's on there?
The next one you wrote was Guido hairstyle.
Guido hairstyle.
The two things that stood out from that episode is you were talking about Pauly D's hair.
Pauly D's haircut. If you have a mushroom top haircut, seriously,
you could comb it into that.
Get
beautiful,
it together.
That literally get it together, comb it up.
Get it to fuck together quick.
Yeah.
You look like a condom tip.
You know what's
seriously?
You know what's funny though is when I go to pick up my brother and sister from the high school, there are so many people with hair just like his.
What are
like,
those little toys called? The trolls?
They look like one of those troll dolls where it's like all like a hard plastic doll, but the hair's the only movable thing.
What runs through your mind when you wake up every morning?
Hey,
and you're
like cool.
Like I think I'll do my hair like this.
I look like a fucking idiot.
I look like a fucking douche, and girls like that.
Hey, I look amazing.
Well, that's so amazing. Like girls are into these days. Is it because those guys are confident, or because they look like fucking idiots?
I think
I don't know. Or girls, I know. Each.
I think girls are like those girls are just idiots.
Well, I know. Like we get stupider as years go on, so I imagine those girls are dumb. Because I think more than anything, I wish I could go back to high school. But the girls are the same as they are now. Because when we went to high school, girls weren't that stupid. There were stupid ones out there, but they weren't that stupid.
Is, girls don't know what they want up until they're 23, 24.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
Told you that, Cholo.